Welcome out to another one of our Athletes of the Week interviews. As we're going back to the rodeo team, they had another great weekend. The rodeo team men finishing second, and a big part of that, Chance Derner sweeping the tie-down roping. And Chance, we'll start off just talking about the success early on in this season. I had a chance to talk with you last week after the Riverton rodeo. You got a few points, and this time really starting to put your name down in that tie-down. How's it feel?
No, it feels good to have a foundation to build the rest of the year on, especially Riverton being the second rodeo of the year, winning second. That was a good starter, and then after last weekend in Sheridan, just keep building from here.
You talk a little bit about the fact you're on the points team as well. How good is it to feel that not only are you helping yourself out on that road to the CNFR, but also helping to potentially get a men's team and keeping you guys in shouting distance of that CNFR spot?
I think it'd be awesome. It's fun to rodeo. It's a solo event, but at college it's a team event as well. And I mean, if one gets to make it, that's cool, but I'd rather go with the whole team and take 6 of us to Casper this summer. I think that'd mean a lot too, as well as just going in a single event. I think it's awesome to go as a team.
How much does momentum mean in the sport of rodeo for people that don't necessarily see it? You guys have a long summer season and you can kind of feel that momentum there, but how does it happen in a college season? How much momentum can you get from a rodeo like this?
Oh, I'd say it's a different type of momentum, versus summer. Summer, you're going to 5-6 rodeos a week, and you might have a good week. Then you might have a good week, but you got to go to enough rodeos, you can kind of tell where you're going to go. But college rodeo, it's a little different. You go just one rodeo a week, and then you go all week. So, I mean, if you kind of get in a slump, you can't just go rodeo that week and get through it. You got to grind through it at practice and everything else. It's a little slower paced, but it's still, when you're high, you're high. It still has the highs and lows and it could affect everything.
Do you like the fact that you have that ability, even if you don't necessarily have a great rodeo, that you can support somebody else that's having one for the team? Does that help kind of give you something to cheer for during the time when you're not necessarily competing?
Oh yeah, it does tremendously. Go help all your buddies out, like in the Bulldog and our team route, and just help out there and whatnot. It helps tremendously there as well.
We'll wrap it up with just 2 more questions, Chance. And the first one is 2 more rodeos this year, including the home rodeo. How exciting is it that the men's team is starting to really kind of find that groove as you guys get closer and closer to that home show rodeo with the Shawn Dubie?
Oh, it's I know I've talked to a few people and we're all excited about having it shine this year. Everyone says, oh, we're not having it at Frontier Park, but I've heard stories like when they had the circuit finals in our barn right down here, and they said they always fill with people and it's always loud and it's always fun. So I've never been here to have a rodeo here. We've always had it at Frontier Park, and I'm excited for it to be in the barn this year. So,
what's different between an indoor rodeo and an outdoor rodeo? Because most of the rodeos I've been to, going back to last spring, were all indoor rodeos. Mm-hmm. This one, the Shawn Dubie is going to be the first true indoor rodeo of the fall season. What's different?
Oh, take Sheridan, for example. We had the rain all weekend. Weather, it plays an impact. And then indoors are always, for the most part, they're always kind of louder. Especially like in our barn where everything sits up above and everyone's tight. It just feels like everyone's kind of on top of you in a way, kind of versus at an outdoor, like everyone's spread apart, which I like both, but they're all vastly different. Normally in the barns, it's a little quicker setup for score-wise, and everything's a little faster. So
we'll be looking forward to seeing this guy, Chance Derner, at the home rodeo, the Shawn Dubie, coming up in 2 weeks. Another chance for him to compete down in Lamar this weekend, and he's our athlete of the week after sweeping the tie-down wrestling at this last one in Sheridan. Chance, thanks so much for the time.
Perfect. Thank you, Caleb.